What are you still standing there for? Get on your knees and apologize to Edward Spanner. Seeing Dustin finally getting suppressed, Chris Nolan gloated with satisfaction. Earlier, Dustin had stolen the spotlight, making him incredibly jealous. Now, it was time to pay the price. Kneel or don't, if he knelt, he'd lose face for life. If he didn't, once Edward took revenge, he'd either be dead or crippled. You little punk! Don't say I didn't give you a chance. If you kneel and kowtow right now, I'll spare your life. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. Edward jabbed Dustin's chest with a finger, looking completely smug. No power, no background, so what if he could fight? He was just a brute, someone who'd never matter. Do you even realize you're playing with fire? Dustin glanced down at the finger poking him. Playing with fire? Edward gave a twisted grin. I'm not just playing with fire, I'm gonna play with your woman too. You hear me? Tomorrow, I'm gonna rape her right in front of you. And not just me, my boys are all taking turns. I want you to watch it happen, helplessly. I want you to feel despair, worse than death. As the words landed, Dustin's face darkened instantly. His fury could no longer be contained. You're asking for it. With a sudden move, Dustin grabbed Edward by the neck. Then, like lifting a chicken, he hoisted him overhead. Without pause, he raised a fist and slammed 2 brutal punches into Edward's abdomen. Ugh! Edward's stomach churned violently. He wanted to vomit, but his throat was crushed. Nothing came out. His face turned crimson from the pressure and the growing suffocation. Only then did he realize he had really screwed up. Stop! Dahlia rushed forward to intervene. But Dustin ignored her completely. Another punch came down, this time directly to Edward's crotch. Bang! With a sickening thud, blood burst from below. Yellow and white fluids splattered the floor. His was crushed. Ayak! Edward convulsed violently from the pain, mouth open but no sound coming out. Then his head lolled to the side. He passed out cold. Everyone stared in shock at the bloody mess between his legs. They were stunned. No one expected Dustin to be this ruthless. One punch, just one, and Edward Spanner's future was gone. That was Trevor Spanner's son. Even if someone messed up a strand of his hair, they'd be hunted down. And now he was crippled? It was obvious. Dustin would face relentless revenge from Trevor Spanner. You're insane! Dahlia's face changed drastically. She shoved Dustin hard. Do you even know what you've done? You're in deep trouble now. If it had just been a scuffle, they might have resolved it with an apology, or some hush money. But now that Edward was ruined, Trevor Spanner would never let this go. It's just trash getting what he deserves. What's wrong with that? Dustin said calmly. That's not the point. The point is, you shouldn't have hurt him. Dahlia frowned. Dustin, you want to die? Fine. But don't drag us down with you. You hit Trevor Spanner's son. You know what that means? Chris Nolan raged. Even though Dustin threw the punches, Chris had also joined in the fight earlier. If Trevor came after them, he might be implicated too. Enough! No more talk! What's done is done. Just run. Get as far away as you can before it's too late. Dahlia urged. She knew once word spread that Edward Spanner had been crippled, Trevor Spanner would fly into a rage. And when that happened, all hell would break loose. Dustin would have nowhere to run. I don't think I'm at the point of running for my life, Dustin said quietly. Stop being arrogant. Trevor Spanner's power is way beyond what you can imagine. Your so-called skills are useless. Dahlia snapped. No matter how strong a man is, can he fight bullets? Miss Dahlia, this guy doesn't listen. Talking to him is pointless. Let's just stay out of it before we get burned, Lyra advised. She's right. We can't let him escape. Suddenly, Chris Nolan blocked the door. If he runs and Trevor Spanner comes looking for someone to blame, what happens to us? We'll be his scapegoats. Good point. Lyra's eyes lit up. If Dustin escapes, we're done for too. What nonsense are you spouting? Dustin was trying to save us. Dahlia's brows knitted together. Who asked him to? He's like a dog sticking its nose in where it doesn't belong. Lyra scoffed. Exactly. He caused the mess. He should take responsibility. Chris said righteously. You. Dahlia's face turned frosty. Just as she was about to argue, Dustin interrupted. Don't worry. I'll take full responsibility. I won't drag anyone else down. This isn't the time to act tough, Dahlia said angrily. My life isn't your concern, Miss Dahlia. This has nothing to do with you. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Dustin said clearly. What do you mean by that? You think I'm scared of being implicated? Dahlia narrowed her eyes. Isn't that exactly it? As he spoke, Dustin's gaze swept past Lyra and Chris Nolan. The implication was obvious. Dahlia hadn't thought that way herself, but her secretary and Chris were already panicking to distance themselves. In Dustin's eyes, her silence was the same as agreement. I don't care what you think. You have to leave today. Dahlia's tone hardened. And I don't care what you say. I'm not leaving. With that, Dustin turned and walked into the back garden. You! Dahlia was fuming. Why was this man so stubborn?
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave. And now you're gone. Can't believe. I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime. Love with no end. Love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place. Feel your warmth, your gentle grace.